Back in 2018, I married my now ex-husband. He came from money, growing up in the upper class, never wanting for anything. I, on the other hand, had a completely different upbringing. I grew up extremely poor and learned early on that hard work and self-reliance were essential. We met at his uncle's restaurant, where I worked as a server. One day he came in for a meal, and I was his server. He asked for my number, and we seemed to hit it off. Or so I thought. After we got married, his true colors quickly emerged. He was a complete narcissist, actually diagnosed. This story takes place when I met his sister and her boyfriend for the first time. We picked them up from the airport, and as he introduced us, his sister eagerly exclaimed, "OMG, she's totally Jordan's." Her boyfriend agreed, and my husband chuckled. Confused, I asked, "What is Jordan's?" My husband explained it meant I had great style. I thanked her for the compliment and thought nothing more of it. Throughout their visit, they kept calling me Jordan's, and I accepted it as a cute nickname, like, great, they like me. That was until one night when we all decided to get drunk. We popped open some wine, and as we drank more, they started commenting on how cheap my wine was. I brushed it off as they played silly drinking games. One of them was Truth or Dare. My husband's sister dared him to tell me what Jordan's really meant. They were all laughing like crazy, completely drunk. He said, "Jordan's is the name we give homeless people who have swag." I was completely dumbfounded as they burst into laughter. I wasn't as drunk as they were, and I sat there trying not to cry. The next day, I confronted my hungover husband about their behavior. He had completely forgotten he'd told me that. "It's just a joke, don't take it seriously," he said. I pressed him until he finally admitted, "I may have told them about your upbringing and how you're not like us, just to prepare them." I was in shock. To prepare them? For me? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I spent the next few days to myself, making excuses and keeping busy. My husband had bought an expensive bottle of tequila for us to drink the night before they left. The day before their departure, they went on a hike, which I excused myself from. Time for a little payback. Let's test your elite palates. I recorded myself swapping out the expensive tequila for Salsa Gold. In the video, I sat back, enjoying shots of tequila while talking about my upbringing, the love and closeness I shared with my family, and how fortunate I was to have grown up without becoming a snob like the family I married into. I went off, got drunk, and went to bed before they returned, so I wouldn't have to engage with them. They had no idea I was tipsy off $200 and worth of tequila. That last night I watched these fools sip the tequila like it was fine wine, commenting on how distinguished and delicate it was. They said you could taste the quality. I savored every word that came out of their mouths. Then I got up, connected my phone to the TV, and said, "I put something together for you guys to thank you for your visit." I hit play and watched as the realization of what just happened sank in. Satisfied, I began gathering shot glasses off the table while silence filled the room. They said nothing to me. I went to bed, only to be woken up by my husband in a rage, telling me his sister was crying because I had humiliated them. I simply replied, "Yeah, sucks, doesn't it?" They left the next day and never spoke to me again. Even when we visited their parents in Europe, she refused to see us. Safe to say, I'm happily divorced.